So today I'm joined by a singer-songwriter who is about to venture out as a solo artist. Welcome to Pario Magazine, Anthony Forrest.
Cheers, thanks for having me.
So most people probably know you as the frontman for Kingfisha. What has made you want to now pursue a solo career alongside life as a member of a band?
Yeah, I've been writing tunes probably the last 4 or 5 years that I didn't really think would fit with Kingfisha. And around the same sort of time, I started collecting a lot of records and getting into different genres. So yeah, it was sort of a slow builder. And yeah, it's just sort of come together over the last couple of years quite organically.
Okay, so it's just like a natural move with so much music coming out of your brain, basically.
Yeah, like sort of like the early years of Kingfisher, I was really immersed into reggae and dub and loved the whole rhythmic side of things and putting our sort of Australian sort of tinge on it. Yeah, and then I suppose you know, doing a bit of traveling and listening to a lot of different music from different world musics and collecting records. I just got a bit of a taste of trying to create something different and doing it by myself and seeing how I would go without having 4 other cats to lean on.
Okay. How did the rest of Kingfisher react when you informed them that that was the direction you wanted to go?
Yeah, they've been cool. Like we're still really close. Like two of the guys in the band have kids similar age to ours, so we all sort of still hang out, go on holidays and stuff. And I've been really upfront with them the whole time. Like I gave my all for Kingfisher when we were rocking, and they sort of get that this is where I'm at for the moment, and it's not like Kingfisher's over. It's just that this is something I need to do and really want to do. So no, it's been pretty sweet.
Okay, yeah, that's a point we sort of need to stress, that for fans of Kingfisher, that's not disappearing because you're doing this.
No, it's still going ahead. Yeah, but just for the moment, I don't know, like I've always sort of been all or nothing in groups. So I'm not really good at sort of being in 4 bands and giving a little bit of myself. It's sort of like if I'm into something, I'll give it everything. And this is sort of where I'm into at the moment. And then yeah, as I said, we're really close I'm really close with the boys. So maybe after I release the album and stuff, we'll go away for a week and work on tunes and, you know, see what happens.
Does that sort of feed into the creative process as well, where if you are focused on one thing, you can give it a lot more effort and produce better music?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm pretty consumed by songs and music, you know, too much. Like I'm always thinking about them. So yeah, I find it good for me if I've got one project, and then like even if I'm watering the lawn or whatever, I've always, you know, can think of a bass line or whatever. I'm not getting torn between different genres or different musical projects. Yeah, that's sort of how I work best.
Yep. And how have you found this transition into becoming a solo act?
Yeah, it's been really cool. Like I'm a solo act, but I've been working with a producer the last probably 3 or 4 years. And like I write sort of the bones of the tunes, like the rhythms and most of the lyrics and melodies, and then I go in and to a studio, and then we sort of flesh out the track. So like even though it's a solo project, it's very much a collaborative experience in the studio. Like he contributes fantastic ideas, so like it's sort of me and my name and that, but yeah, it's sort of been a joint effort in a lot of ways.
How will that then play out when you get onto the stage? Is it just going to be all you with pads and everything?
No, well, I've been rehearsing as a three-piece with the drummer from Kingfisha and a bass player who plays synth bass, samples and synthesizer as well. So so the drummer's got 2 sample pads. So there's so basically it's you know it's pretty much an electronic project. And then I've tried to keep the live band with as much feel as I can with live bass and drums, and then some samples and guitar and live vocals over the top. Yeah.
Sounds like it's a pretty sort of complex ensemble to put together and perform.
Yeah, we've been rehearsing for close to 2 years. You know, like not like too hardcore, but like you know once a week or like yeah, we've been putting some time into it, and it's only really been the last 6 months that we've really found our formula of what works best for us. Yeah, and sometimes it's been quite different than the tune. We've stripped it back or whatever, so it is complex, but and I'm sure things can go wrong, and I'm sure they will, but it's still really fun and not too much of a head fuck.
Yep. Have there been any sort of disasters in the past, and like with Kingfisher or other bands that you've been a part of?
Yeah, well, because Kingfisher, we used to muck around with synthesizers and stuff, and yeah, one time we were playing a pretty big festival, and the main synth, which was pretty much running the tune, decided to like go out about like 2 semitones or something whack, you know, and like yeah, it was a big festival and trying to sing and keep it together, and everyone's just looking at each other, and you know. And then other times we were playing a festival, and some of the synths are quite sensitive to sun, and so they'd stop working, and yeah. So I think we're essentially, if anything does come up, it's still going to have a live band feel.
Yep.
So it's going to be live drums. It's synth based, but it's still, you know, as long as I can play guitar, there's drums and bass and sing, we can still make music that'll sound cool.
Okay, cool. And like you mentioned, this hasn't been sort of a snap decision. You've been working on this for a number of years. What has been that process, and why has it taken so long to now get to this point?
I suppose it's just taken a while to get it to a level that I'm really happy with. Like at the start, I had all these tunes, and I wasn't really sure what direction I wanted to go in. You know, what sort of, like I knew I didn't want to play reggae. I wanted to do something fresh. So yeah, like maybe about 1.5 years into it, I put together one tune, brought it to the studio, and it came together really well. And I was like, okay, you know, this is the sort of formula and the direction that I can continue moving forward. So then I just needed another sort of 12 tunes of them, which has taken time. I'm quite picky, like I put a lot of time into songwriting and stuff. So, and I do have a level that I want to be really happy with. So I suppose that's just, you know, like for me, it's, and for a lot of artists I like, you know, good shit takes time.
Yep. And the debut single, Deepest Love, that's out now. Can you describe the themes and story behind that particular song?
Yeah, sure. So it's pretty loose. Yeah, like I had this night of whack dreams, and then I was sort of having a conversation with my wife about different things we were sort of dealing with at the time, and at the same time I was renting this space because I had a bad back, so I wasn't working, so I was going to this space and just writing songs probably 3 or 4 days a week, sort of 9 to 5, and just on acoustic guitar. and vocals, and yeah, I don't know, and it's sort of these words that sort of came out and sort of, you know, it sort of resonated, and yeah, so like I said, it's pretty loose, but I do like that in tunes. Or a lot of my songs, I like having a theme, but I like it a little loose so the listener can grab onto whatever they want to as well. And then it just needed time to develop in the studio, and yeah, it sort of turned out to what it is.
Okay. And now that Australia is sort of returning to a bit of normality, are you hopefully heading out on tour with these songs soon?
Yeah. Well, like I was ready to start gigging last March, sort of February, March, and I was just about to do the launch then, and you know, then the world went crazy. So and so I've got my Brisbane launch. I was thinking of doing a little run of like Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne at the start of the year. I was thinking, and it's just been too up in the air. So I've just got the Brisbane launch in a couple of weeks, and then I'll probably launch another single maybe March or April, and then yeah, test the waters and hopefully get on a few festivals and come down south.
And what's the sort of plan to balance the solo commitments and the band commitments moving forward?
As far as Kingfisha?
Yep.
Well, this is, for the moment, this is my thing. Yeah, so I'd say I'll probably be putting all my energy into this for the next year or so, and to see how it rolls. Yeah. But that's the plan. Like I'm really looking forward to getting out and playing these tunes live with this lineup. I'm excited about playing in a 3-piece. I've always played in really big bands, so it's going to be great just to call 2 dudes and go, you know, are you free, instead of calling 5 or 6 others. And
yeah, a bit easier to get 3 guys on tour than 5.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, yeah, it's all exciting.
And then lastly, where's the best place for our audience to sort of follow you and this new creative journey?
Pretty much Instagram is my go-to. I'm pretty shitty at socials, but I do enjoy Instagram. It's probably my favorite platform to look at and stuff. So as I release and gig more, I'm hoping to post and yeah, be a lot more active. So yeah, that's definitely the platform.
And is that just at Anthony Forrest?
Anthony Forrest Music.
All right, perfect. I will link that in the article. That's everything I need. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with the launch, and hopefully we'll get you down into New South Wales soon.
Cool, man. Yeah, thanks heaps for chatting to me. Yeah, appreciate it.